This is for you then, well, I can say this is the start of Tindersticks #2, maybe or not, but we'll see what you think of it. The first period, well, you've made a few albums. What is your personal favorite and why?
I don't think I have a favourite period, which I suppose is from that the beginning of the band and the first two albums. I think was a very rich time for us because it was all done very without any self-consciousness. It was very just open-minded. Everybody was pushing at this, whether people were having different ideas, different opinions, we were all still sort of pushing in the same way to achieve something. And the music has a real sense of that. I think that we were all just trying to go somewhere, to move into some space with an energy and thinking of like moving things on and pushing them forwards. I think the music got stuck somewhere where we kind of moved into these roles where everybody basically did their thing, and it worked really well as 6 people in a room making music, but it just didn't have anywhere to go.
When did you find this out?
I think it was after making the last album. Maybe making that last album, in hindsight, we'd left it a bit too long. We should have maybe stopped the band before that. But I think we just, by the time we'd made Waiting for the Moon, we just felt as though there wasn't anywhere else to go. And
what do you mean?
Well, the music was kind of stuck somewhere, that it didn't feel as though it was moving anywhere. We just kind of, I don't know, just become kind of these people who have their roles and everybody played and everyone had to have something to do. And it just didn't feel as though it was moving somewhere. In the studio, there would be people, some people would be busy, would be concentrating, would be involved in the songs. Some people weren't that interested, some people wouldn't even be there, and that wasn't the way to make music. People had lost interest or were happy to just live in the past.
Was that merely only for this album? Or was it maybe something, a process that started on previous albums too?
I think that the big thing for us was when we made the third album, Curtains, it was a real sense of achievement that we'd got to this point, but at the same time we kind of started to feel a bit trapped by something that we'd created, that it had overtaken us in some way, that we had to fit into this thing. And I think that's why when we made Simple Pleasure, we really tried, for us, we felt like we really tried to move it somewhere else and to push it into a different direction, because we didn't want to just keep repeating ourselves. And we'd made three long albums, 3 double albums on vinyl that had a lot of information in them for people to take in, and a lot of expression for us, and a way of making something work as a piece of music. And we just needed to do something a bit simpler and to break it down. And I think we kind of achieved that with Simple Pleasure, but what it did was it kind of also broke the band up in some way that it was very hard to get something back. I think from that point onwards we were always looking for something, but we didn't really know what it was.